Start our lesson. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm okay.
Yes, you're okay. That is nice. Guys, how are you today?
I'm fine too.
That's good. How are you?
I'm okay.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Not bad, right?
I'm
And
fine.
you? You're fine. Thank you. So, guys, first of all, today we are going to start with revising our vocabulary, right? So, what we are going to do, so have a look. Here, I have some cards. Some cards, as you see, they are blue. Some cards are green. So blue cards are adjectives, right? Like beautiful, nice, angry adjectives. Some are green, so it means that here we have nouns. For example, cat, dog, house, blah, blah, blah. So now we are going to revise these words, right? So you will work in pairs. How we'll do this? So firstly, you will work as a group of 3 ladies. So that is going to be group number 1, and you guys going to work in pairs, group number 2. So how you work? You put these cards face down. Can you please put them face down and distribute on your desks? Distribute. Put face down and distribute. Just put it right to faces. One. Yeah, please. Let me help you. Just okay, good. Now what we do? Ready? Okay. Now I will give you a dice. So this dice is for your group, this dice is for your group, for example. So now how you work? Have a look. I have a dice too, right? Have I? Yeah? I have a red one. So here I have. If you throw a dice and you have number 2, it means that you should make a sentence with the word that you choose. Okay? So again, if you have 2, if you have 4, or if you have 6, you make a sentence. But if you have 1, 3, or 5, it means that you should give a definition to the word. Like, for example, a cat, it's an animal that lives in a house. Right? Definition. Good. Do you understand the task?
Yes.
May we start? Okay. So please, you, group of 3, you pair of 2. So 3 minutes to revise the vocabulary. Go. I will listen in just 6. Choose a card. Okay, you may throw the dice too. And choose just the card for you now. Okay? You may throw it too. And choose any card. Who is ready? Start, right? Up to you. 3. Choose any word.
So far in my
It means that you should give a definition, right?
is old-fashioned.
Right. Okay, good. Let's
Three bedrooms is a flat. So we have, and in this flat we have 3 bedrooms.
That's good.
We live in we have a modern.
So, do you need any help? Yes, you need help. What word do you have? Sergey, can you help us? What's this word? Can you give a definition to this word? Can you help Sergey?
House
It's
can
a
be
place
old-fashioned. It means
where
that
you
house look like
can live.
So it's the opposite to the word
new.
new or modern. Yes, that is right. Okay, good. Let's continue.
Yesterday I put
It is
a floor.
like a house.
Good.
You can take
Move on.
and you
in
can
a
live
two-story house.
in the tent, in the forest.
You have 6, so you make a sentence. Choose any card. Adjective or a noun. 3 bedrooms.
Yes.
What can be 3
We
bedrooms?
at school
Yes, right. So, and what sentence can you make?
In the 3-bedroom flat.
Yes, good idea. Move on.
Yesterday I visited the block of flats.
1 more minute.
I'm cafe is a room.
Good, let's move on.
Mention
One.
is a big house,
1, a definition.
which
That's right.
usually
Can you pronounce the word? Can you say the word?
usually live or
Let's
read
read
it.
it. Read it. Aha. Can you define the word?
I
Do you need any help?
I do my homework.
Okay, so you go.
It is a house on the views.
Where can you travel? Traveling in Europe, where? All day.
You can travel everywhere. You can travel.
That's
Yesterday,
great. So it's a very easy way to travel. Sash, can you think about the sentence now? For example, using this word.
In the museums, you can see
When I
castles, a photo with castles.
go
You finished, ladies, right?
Yes.
Okay, well
when I
then.
go in the forest, I live in the
Okay, so you may say that you travel to the forest. Travel to the forest by.
I know the word blue.
Yes, could be like that.
Oh my
And then you
God.
also live there, right? Why not? Okay, so please do it. The cut. No. Thank you. Finished. Just finished. Hey guys. Okay, ladies, amazing. So now let's move on. Could you please now open your student's book? Thank you, Polina. Open your student's book, page 48, exercise number 1. Page 48, exercise number 1. Page 40, student's book, guys. Student's book. Page 48, exercise number 1. Okay. 48, Sash. Okay. And the first activity we have here, 48, Juliana. 8. Okay, 1. So, Pauline, can you please read us the task? Number 1.
Speaking verb in pairs. Think about your home and answer the questions. When was it built? Do you know who lived there before? Do you know anything else about its history?
So the task is pretty easy. You should talk a bit about the place where you live. Maybe you live in a block of flats. Maybe you know when it was built. Maybe you know some of the neighbors and you can tell us, right? So just not everybody, but just your group. So what people live there in your house. Can you just a sentence or 2 sentences about the place where you live? Whether it's a good place or bad place. Why and why not? Okay? So that's it. Please, again, group of 3, again, pair of 2. Can you please?
I live in a block of flats, right? I don't know where or when was it built or who lived there before, but it seems to old. I think it was built 10 years ago.
I think I live in the field and I don't know who this build is new because in this build doesn't live anybody and I'm the first.
I live in a semi-detached house, and nobody lived before us. We are first, and we live
Okay, guys, so are we ready? Yes, you are ready? Okay, right? So, what do you remember about ladies? Just a sentence or maybe a phrase.
Polina wanted to live in a block of flats.
Okay?
And she doesn't know who lived before her.
All right, no problem. And what about Uliana?
Polina
Uliana
want to live in a semi-detached house.
She wants to live there, but she doesn't live there now. Or she lives there now. Uliana. I live there. Okay, in a semi-detached house. Okay, I see. Right. Anything else?
And she lived with her family.
Thank you very much. Okay, about Sasha, what do you remember?
He lived in a block of flats and it was built in 1998.
Okay, in 1998. Okay. He likes living there, really? Okay. And why, Sasha? Why do you like living there?
because in a flat we of
So because you feel comfortable in your flat. Yes, pretty comfortable. Okay. Now, guys, we are going to watch a short video for about 3 minutes. So this video is going to be about a very unusual place. The task is what we do. We watch a video, and while watching it, try to look at the furniture that you see, okay? And after the video, I'll ask you what furniture you liked or maybe you didn't like and why, and whether you'd like to visit the place and why you wouldn't maybe like to visit the place, okay? So let's start watching the video. Just a second. Okay, here we are.
So welcome to Highclere Castle, also known as Downton Abbey. Well, Highclere Castle was built by Sir Charles Barry in 1842, and he was building the Houses of Parliament. And it was built on top of a Georgian house, Elizabethan house, and in fact people have lived here for 1300 years. So this is the library, and it's a really wonderful room. It's beautiful, and the books and even the bindings beautiful, and the detail on the columns. There's about 6,000 books in this room, but they've actually been read. That's what I love. There's squiggles in the books sometimes. I love actually pulling out some of the books, and sometimes there's nothing better than, 20 minutes at the start of the day sitting here with a cup of coffee. We use the library a lot as a family, and we play games, charades and quiz games, and sometimes I'll set up a big Hornby railway set at the far end. It is a family home. There's no point preserving a museum. Downton used this a little bit as Cora, Elizabeth McGovern's sort of little sitting room. It's a very beautiful room, and it looks south and east, so it catches the light. It's a charming room to have lunch in, and it was used as a little sitting room, and they used it as a sitting room too. Napoleon's desk here, the chair actually was in the Chateau de Tuileries, and this is a sketch of Napoleon standing by the chair. We go through from here into the drawing room. And this room is enormous fun. We actually were singing in here, which was quite frightening on Saturday evening, and singing ridiculous songs, but it was lovely after a supper party. They chose this room for Downton Abbey to have all the beds of all the officers in here. When it was here, of an evening after they'd all gone, I'd try and play the piano. I was playing to a whole selection of dummies and beds, but at least they couldn't comment if I didn't play very well. Well, this is the dining room, very recognisable from Downton Abbey, and Charles I is very recognisable on his horse. There's 2 or 3 paintings similar to this one. The Queen has got one, and we've got one. I think there's one in Warwick Castle. And then the saloon again, which is very much the focal point of the house. And in Downton again, this, I think you started to see that it's set up for with trestle tables, so the soldiers were eating in here.
Okay, now we will finish. So please guys tell me, so first of all, what place is that? How do you understand? Castle, that is right, okay. So is it a big or a small one?
It's big.
Really large.
Yeah, good. Large, even huge, right? We may say. Okay. So what furniture could you see there? Can you name any?
Chair.
Mm-hmm.
Fireplace.
Mm-hmm. What else?
Sofa,
Right.
armchair,
Several, yes, we may
chair,
say yes. Right. And also very big. On the walls. Paintings, you want to say, okay, right, portraits, yes, so very famous people we may see, right, okay, exactly. So what do you think? Is it, is it a luxurious place? Rich people live there, or poor people live there?
of course rich.
Of course, rich, yes, amazing. Right, so now, guys, what we are going to do now? Let's have a look at page 48 and 49 in your student's book. So here you may see this very castle. Can you see this in a picture? Yes?
Yes.
So this very castle, right? Okay, so now, what is the title of the text? Ulyan, can you please read that for us?
A house with a history.
That is right, okay. What do you think the text is going to be about? Anybody can tell me? the text can be about what? What do you think? Guys, anybody? Just predict.
About the history of this castle.
Так, about whom exactly or about what?
Who lives there and in what year it was built?
Yes, that is right. Good ideas. Right, okay. And also about, so what can we see there, right, in that place? Because it's got really many rooms inside. So how will work now? So now we are going to do exercise number 3. Sash, can you please read us the task? Number 3. Read the text.
Read the text again and match paragraphs 1 to 5 to hidden A to F. There is one hidden that you do not need.
That's right. Okay, now let's read all the headings. Sergey, go. The headings: A, upstairs, downstairs. B,
Upstairs, downstairs. Living in London.
Okay.
Size matters.
Right.
Planning your visit. Treasure and gratitude.
Right.
The small thing.
That's good. Right. So now, guys, firstly, I want to find out how you understand some of the words. So what does the word screen mean? Can anybody help me? Screen? Okay, so screen is a place, right? So you, for example, watch a TV, right? And you watch just not a box, right? So I mean the black box, but you watch a screen. And on the screen you see a picture. Like I look now on my computer and on a screen I see pictures. Do you get it? That is a screen. Let's continue. Next word that I'm interested in is a treasure in point E. What's treasure?
It's something pirates hide it to no one can found it and steal it.
Yes, that's right. Good. So a lot of coins, yes, can be a lot of expensive things in one place.
Gold.
Yes. Gold, right, gold, silver, diamonds, and so on, right. And in point C, the word size. What does it mean, size? It can be
Small or big.
or big, right, good, or large, right. So you understand, amazing. Now, what we do? I want you to take your notebooks or maybe something else, or just pieces of paper, and can you please close the text? Close the text with it. Yeah, good, right. Like cheers, okay, just close the text like that, okay, just not to look at it, okay. Okay, right, let's just close the text. Okay, Sash, let's do this. So, okay, thank you. So, now, exercise number 3. We will listen to the text, and while listening to the text, you should put down, so for example, we will listen to the first paragraph, and you should match the listening paragraph to the name of it. Do you understand what we do? And the names are given in exercise number 3, A, B, C, D, E, F. Right? Do you got? Okay, good. So let's start doing that activity. Here we are. Just a second.
A house with a history. 1. Imagine living in a huge house. A house so big that you don't know how many rooms it has. Lady Carnarvon, owner of Highclere Castle, is not sure about the number of rooms, but she does know that Highclere is one of the biggest houses in England. From the outside, the castle looks like the Houses of Parliament in London. In fact, the same person, Sir Charles Barry, built both places. In the 19th century, many wealthy people decided to show off and built massive houses, and the Carnarvons did the same. When Barry finished building Highclere in 1842, the castle had more than 50 rooms, including one room with a 15-metre-high ceiling. But this room was only used on special occasions. Today, Highclere is one of the most expensive houses in Britain, worth more than £150 million.
So that is the end for the first paragraph. Can you please now match the heading to the paragraph? So put number 1 So next to the A, B, C, D, E, or F. So what do you think? Next.
2. Country houses like Highclere sometimes had hundreds of servants. These servants got up before their employers and carried on working after their employers were in bed. They lived in rooms in the basement or attic and used a small staircase at the back of the house. They went up and down the stairs all day, cleaning or carrying water, meals, or coal for the fires. The work tired the servants out, but they managed to do it. Rooms for the family upstairs were more comfortable, although family life was very different then. Children didn't spend much time with their parents. They grew up in a separate part of the house, and a nanny looked after them. You can still see the family rooms and servants' rooms at Highclere today, and find out more about everyday life.
So that's the end to the second paragraph. Please match. All right, next.
3. Do you want to learn about ancient Egypt? Visit Highclere and find out about its famous Egyptian connection. In 1922, the 5th Earl of Carnarvon and the archaeologist Howard Carter opened the tomb of Tutankhamun in the Valley of the Kings. Unfortunately, a few weeks later, Lord Carnarvon died from a mosquito bite. Many people thought that the pharaoh's curse brought about his death. Today, you can read about his discovery in the castle's Egyptian exhibition and make up your own mind.
The end of the third. Please match. Move on.
4. Nowadays, Highclere is one of the most well-known homes in Britain, but it's not because of its interesting past or its Egyptian treasures. Highclere is also the star of a British TV show called Downton Abbey. The show is all about the life of a wealthy family in the 1910s, and more than 10 million viewers enjoy watching it every week. Fans love coming to Highclere, and many hope to see their favourite actors too.
The end of number 4. Please match to the heading. And the last number 5.
5.
Open from May to September, 7 days a week, from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tickets, £9.50 child, £16.50 adult. Visit www.highclerecastle.co.uk.
Now we're finished. Okay. Now, guys, let's check what we have. So can you please tell me, so what are the letters? So please, any ideas about, so paragraph number 1, what have you got? Anybody? Size matters. Okay, yes, amazing. Do you remember what was said? Just a phrase, maybe. A word, something.
Even human who build it don't remember
The number of rooms. Yes, yes, good, very nice. Paragraph number 2, please. Letter.
Upstairs.
Downstairs. What about that?
About stairs and
Okay, yes, about the rooms that we have. Downstairs and
upstairs.
good. Number 3 is
treasure
And
what you remember?
about mosquito.
Mosquitoes.
Someone died.
And somebody died. Yes, okay, good. So you remember that fact, okay. Number 4, it's
The small movie.
okay. It's about
In this castle was recorded, or film was recorded.
yes, okay. And number 5, welcome, is
Planning to visit.
planning your visit. Right. What information did she tell us? About days and about time. Yes, when we can go there. Okay, now please. We are going now to work with the text. Now please, you may open the text and we will divide it. So here you have 4 big paragraphs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. How will work? So, Sasha, you will read 1 and 2. Sergey, 3, 4. Поехали. Ульян, you will 1, 2. You have 3, 4. And Polina, 1, 2. And that's it. Okay, so what you do, guys? Now you read the text. While reading, try to understand and get the main idea from each paragraph. Maybe 1 or 2 sentences that are really important. Okay? Of course, after you read, I'll ask you to retell what you remember. So I mean to say this 1 or 2 sentences. Okay? Do you get the idea, right? Do you understand, right? So can you please start? For about 3 minutes we work. Go. 3-4 minutes. Read it through and think about main ideas. Two more minutes. A minute and a half. The last minute if you need it. So ladies, gentlemen, so you must be ready with your reading and be ready to tell your partners what you just read. Okay, so now again we're going to work. 3 and 2. So what you remember, something main, right? So something important. As Ульяна and you, Polina, you read the same parts, right? 1, 2, and 1, 2. So you may start, for example, and Ульяna will continue or add something new, right? You will start or add something. Okay.
Ahad is one of the biggest castles in the England. And people who live in there are so many rooms that you don't know how many rooms were. When they finished building in 1842, the castle had over 50 rooms.
Okay, Polina, continue, please.
It's one of the most expensive houses in England. A lot of
slaves lived there. They was very busy, but they managed. But the kids, so the slaves, kids can't even see their parents often because their parents was too busy. Okay, right. And what do you
In the 1922, the 5th of Calcutta opened to Oakland, and the archaeologist Robert Carter opened the tomb of Tutankhamun in the valley of Kings. Unfortunately, now because later Lord Cameron died from mosquito bite, and nowadays High Clare is one of the most well-known homes in the region.
Okay, enough. So please guys, now I'm going to read you some sentences, so to tell the truth 5, so and your task will be to tell me so whether they're true or false, okay? So according to the text, let's start. So the Highclere Castle is the biggest house in the world.
False.
False, and why?
It's one of the biggest house in England.
In England, yeah, good. Thank you so much. Right, let's continue. The castle has more than 100 rooms. More than 100 rooms. Yes or no?
False. The castle had more than 50 rooms.
Thank you so much. Let's continue. It costs more than 150 million pounds. Sorry? True, yes, of course. Let's continue. So, Lord Carnarvon died from a mosquito bite. True, yes, he died, so unfortunately, okay. And the last, the castle was a star of a TV show by Netflix. Sorry?
Not false.
Yes.
Not by Netflix.
Mhm.
By
But yes, good. So it was a TV show, and what is the name of this TV show? Can you find it?
Downtown Abbey.
Abbey, Downton Abbey. By the way, have you ever heard about this TV series, or maybe you watched it? Have you? No, you haven't. As for me, I watched, and sorry, I didn't like it at all. Okay, but so it's just up to me. Okay, now guys, we are going to continue working with the text. So how it'll be. So now you will see several words. Let's wake it up. Okay, so again, group 1 and group 2. So you are going now to work with these words, but how you will be divided into groups. So I want you to withdraw papers from this wonderful envelope. So let's have a look just what color you've got, okay? Don't have a look, just withdraw. Yeah, okay. Choose one. Only one, okay. Yes, you did it. Red, okay. You have different colors, by the way. I have red and yellow, exactly. Please, right. Wonderful. You have.
I read too.
And you have Sasha, the last red. Okay, good. So now we have team red team. Who are you? Red. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and yellow team. Amazing, right? So then, guys, now yes. So you should change your seats to work together. Only seats. You do not need any books or nothing. So maybe a pen and nothing else. Yes. Change it. Oh my God. Okay. A bit carefully. Okay. Thank you. Okay. All right. So guys, now how will work? I want you. Group number 1. So let me see. So that will be you. So I give you an Oxford dictionary, English dictionary, that will help you to define these words. You should define these words, okay? So now you need a pen, right? You need a paper where you can write. For example, Sash, right? I suppose you can find something good. So group number 1, for example, you find the word castle, you write this somewhere in your notebook or on a paper castle and write the definition that you will find from the dictionary. Do you get the idea? Do you get the task? Do you understand? Right. So 4 minutes to work. Pair and the group. Start.
I have bite. Oh.
Write your definitions. Write your definitions down. Write them down. Write them down.
Staircase. A set of stairs with rails on each side.
Maybe Polina will write or somebody else. For example, can You may write not the whole definition, right? You may write maybe the part that you suppose will be the most important to understand the word. Who looks after family children, and that's it, right? So make it shorter, make it careful. Yes, for example, right? Okay, next. Continue. I suppose the best variant here is, it's not a swear word, but to choose something like something that causes great harm. So, or words that, yes, it's a wish that something terrible will happen to somebody. A word or a wish that something terrible will happen to somebody. How many words have you got? 4. 4 already, okay? How many words have you got already? Alright, a bit faster, ladies and guys. Okay, which word? Servant, here it is. Okay.
A collection of objects.
A collection of objects. For example, works of art. Yes, I suppose that's it. Yes. Yes. Right. And the fifth for you and for you. Continue.
To cut or attack somebody with a tip.
Cut somebody.
Or attack with your tip.
Okay. With your teeth. Ready. please. Guys, are we ready too? Are we ready? Yes, amazing. Now, please, have it. Okay, Uliana, please, pay attention to us. Thank you so much. Right, so group number 1, group number 2. So, group 1 and 2. So, you've got these words, right? So and Sergey, you have this word, right? Okay. So now the task is, you read the definitions that you found. This group should guess what the word is according to the definition you read. Let's try. So, Sonia, you first.
So, a large old building that was built in the past to keep people safe from attacks.
Okay, it's a castle. Okay, good, nice. So, by the way, try to read the definitions not one by one, right? So, just try to do this randomly. Okay, next.
A person.
Not okay. Yes, you continue.
A person who works in another person's house, doing work like cooking and cleaning.
It's servant.
Servant. Yes, nice. Okay, let's move on next. Sonia, welcome.
A person who works in other person's house.
We've just heard that.
A time when something happens.
A time when something happens. A time when something. Yes, it's an occasion, right? Polina, move on.
Rich.
Okay.
Yes, wealthy.
Yes, that's nice. And just read the definition.
A person, company that pays other people to do work.
It's an. So it's an employer, right? Okay. Now, please, this group will read the definitions. Go.
I wrote.
Okay, Polina, welcome. Number 1.
A woman who take care of children.
Nanny.
Yes, Sergey. Good. Next. Uliana, can you please read the next?
Cut somebody with your teeth. Cut or attack.
Attack. Yes, somebody with you. Yes, that's good. Next.
A set of stairs with rails on each side that you can hold on to.
I suppose, Sasha, it's better to say, can you please show me what you're reading? So again, a set of stairs with rails on each side. It's a...
I think it's staircase.
Of course, next.
A word or a wish that something terrible happen with anybody.
So something terrible can happen.
Exhibit.
You think exhibition, but Sonia, you think it's curse, and Sonia is absolutely right. Good. So something terrible can happen when you hear a curse, right, from another person, like from a witch. Okay, and
A collection of objects.
exhibition that we may see somewhere in gallery or museum, right? Okay, let's continue now. So now here, you may see 10 words, and these are 6 sentences. The task is to fill in the gaps using these words. You may not need use all of them, only 6. So again, you're going to work in pairs, so that is pair number 1, that is group of 3. So please, you have a couple of minutes. Start.
Okay, I will write
In number 1.
because I write fast.
Only.
Okay.
I think it's well. Right.
Yeah, you're right.
Number 2. I think it's
No, I don't know.
number 2.
You're my
I
friend.
think it's occasion. Number 4.
Okay, the second one is
Number
exhibition.
2.
I think.
I think.
What do you think, guys?
And I agree.
I'm ready to speak with me.
And number 5. It's includes practice.
Well,
What do you think?
okay. This room is having good and special
Okay.
occasion. Lord Cardinal died from a mosquito.
I think it's right. Number
Yeah.
4.
have the same props. Like you share something like that.
Guys, can we start? Yes, we can? Okay. So Sergey, can you please be the first one? So in the
19th century, many wealthy people decided to show off and build massive houses.
That's right. Okay, guys, do we agree?
Yes.
Wealth is okay. Nice, good. Palina, welcome.
You can read about his discovery in the castle's Egyptian exhibition.
That's right. Okay, Sash, can you please be the third one? This room.
This room was only used on special occasion.
Can you please repeat? This room.
This room was only used on special occasion.
Occasion. Right? Sash, repeat the word occasion.
Occasion.
Okay, thanks a lot. Right, number 4 will be Sonia. Sonia, go.
Lord
Carnival.
died from mosquito bite.
Bye, that's right. Okay. Uliana, welcome. Number 5.
And these servants got up before their employers and carried on cooking.
Yes, all right, good. And the last one is Palina.
The work tired the servant out, but they managed to do it.
Okay, good. Really well. So now, guys, can you please change your seat back? So change your places. So Palina and Sandy.
I will be careful.
Okay, thank you. Alright, so now guys, I want you to have a look at the board. So here we have 3 pictures so that I downloaded from the internet. These are pictures from a house, a very famous one. So my first question is, what do you think? So whether it's an expensive flat or whether it's a flat of a poor person, what do you think?
I think it's not expensive.
Looks like ordinary flat.
All right, okay. So what do you think? This flat, where where is it situated? So somewhere in Europe, US, or somewhere in Russia?
It looks like a
Russian, okay. So, and who do you think the flat belongs to?
A painter.
A painter, okay. Very
Inventor.
famous one.
Right.
A writer, maybe, yes, okay. So let's see the correct answer. So the flat belongs to Mikhail Bulgakov, so that's his museum. And now we are going to work again in group of 3 and in pair of 2, boys and girls, you together. So I will give you the text that has got 4 paragraphs in it. The task is to put the paragraphs in order, so then you will have a text about Mikhail Bulgakov's house. So for you and for you, please welcome. Put them in order. So for about minute or 2, because the text is very short and easy.
I think it's the second.
No, I think this second, this third, and this last.
I need your opinion. You know, it's really better fast. Agree or disagree?
With you.
Okay.
Very well.
So as I see, ladies are ready. Guys, are you ready too?
Yeah.
Thank you. Now we'll have a look at the correct variant. So now please check what you have with what I have on the board. So whether you have the same or any differences, you have the same. Really, wow, wonderful, really good job. So, and now please tell me, so which place would you like to visit if you have a chance? Whether you'd like to go to Mikhail Bulgakov's house or to the castle, High Castle.
Bulgakov flat because I'm interested in Russian history.
Oh, really? In Russian literature, you want to say, right? And history, maybe too. Okay, ladies, what about you? Castle too. Why so? Why castle?
It's more interesting
it's more beautiful.
Yes, maybe.
It's look like
Luxurious.
luxurious, and it's not in Russia.
Yes, right. Okay, Sasha, what would you like to visit?
Castle.
A castle too. Okay, why so?
Because it is interesting and beautiful.
All right. Thank you, Sasha. Right. So, guys, by the way, so it's right. It's the end of our lesson. So, and what you are going to do at home. So, your home task is workbook, page 32, exercise 1 to exercise number 3. Okay, write it down, please. Okay. So, guys, how do you like the lesson? Was it interesting for you? Was something new?
Yes.
Yes, it is interesting.
It was interesting, okay. And was something new and maybe strange?
We learned some new words.
Yes, right. Exactly. Okay.
I know that Bulgakov exists.
Oh, yes, that's right. Okay. Good. Thank you so much for the lesson and
Thank you.
goodbye. Yes.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you. Bye bye. Right. Good.